What's this for? This is a game of some description. It might be a real game, and I might look stupid by not knowing what it is.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Thank you, Ada. I will. I will take this holographic shroud. Okay. Holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you... Oh, okay, so it works on companions as well. Good. Provided you have the correct ID cartridges for that area. How do I get those? Speak to Gladys on the Groundbreaker. So we're going to the Groundbreaker... Hold on. Missions I've got active. Ask Ada about the sound unit. Will. A cleaning machine. Is it a vacuum bot? Yeah, maintenance automechanical. Sanitation and maintenance automechanical. Okay, should have guessed that. If you can get it running again, it may prove useful. Probably be somewhere on... Empty Man wants us to go to Groundbreaker. We're heading to Groundbreaker anyway. But I want to go talk to Ada now. Also, yeah, no, nice bridge room. A nice captain's quarters. Lovely view. This is where I'd want to sleep. Though I might have some curtains up because I don't like windows when I sleep. I don't like the idea. Even in space, my real life, I live quite, somewhere that's quite rural and out of the way. There's no houses within view of my bedroom window. Yet I always close the blinds when I go to bed because the idea of someone looking in is just uncomfortable. Hello, Ada.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Know anything about that auto... I should... Okay. Know anything about that automechanical gathering dust in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Probably some stuff we gotta pick up. I'm in the mood for some entertainment, I suppose.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Oh, music. Do I have a favorite song? I don't think she'd be that great at telling a joke, but what's my favorite song, and hope to God it's not copyrighted.
Now playing a Space's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Space's choice.
Thanks.
My pleasure, Captain.
Okay, I want to hear this joke now.
I wish I was your second derivative, so I could investigate your concavities.
Oh. I'm sure that's very funny if I knew what half those words meant.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Oh, she's unhappy about it. I'm sorry. Got a minute to talk?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
I guess it might be.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
Well put. Yeah, I'll just bet they do. Or what might that be?
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
Ah. What about your last captain? Do you miss him, or is one captain the same as the other? Don't want to say the other one.
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute.
I was.
I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
We both know I'm not actually Hawthorne, right?
Oh, I know you are not the same Captain Alex Hawthorne, who died in Emerald Vale due to excessive internal and
I would have said
external
crush injuries.
I have required you to assume Hawthorne's identity in order to sync your
Okay, so she's
plans
not
to my
completely.
interpretation protocols. I've since registered you as the captain of the Unreliable. You're welcome to continue lying about your identity if you wish, but I know the truth.
God, that was sinister. Have there been other captains of this ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was. How can I be of assistance?
I'd like to learn more about the colony.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Tell me about Phineas's orbital lab.
Yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
What do you know about him?
There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
No, it's alright. Do not do that.
A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons.
Alright, so we're an unarmed ship. Great. Why did you say the landing might be rough?
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
Interesting. I want to ask about something
Of
else.
course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Is Edgewater... No, Terra 2, Monarch, the Groundbreaker... Is that a planet?
We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination.
Yeah, I want to
If
talk
we're
about
going
it.
there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
Well, give me the spiel. No, you can take care take care of us for... You can take care of that for us, right? I can speak English.
I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
Don't complain, you're a computer. Oh, and you're great, thanks. You're a computer, you can do millions of things at the same time. That's not impressive.
You are more than welcome, Captain.
It's not. Give me the spiel on the Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship.
Ah,
It
it's a
is
ship, not a
basically
planet.
purposed
Got it.
as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
I wish I actually needed to pay those fees, because it'd be nice to actually need money to do stuff. Also, the Lagrange point of the system. Lagrange points exists when the gravity wells of two bodies interact. There are multiple Lagrange points, usually within, like, say, you have, like, the Earth-Moon Lagrange point, or Earth-Sun Lagrange points, and, what are there? Well, there's 4, I think, 4 or 5, something like that. There might be more ways to count them, but there's not a single Lagrange point. Never mind. I want to ask about somewhere else.
Of course.
I shouldn't get picky on that.
What would you like to discuss?
Terra 2.
Where in Terra 2?
Well, that presumably there are more places on Terra 2 that we will be going to, but right now all I've been to is Emerald Vale and Edgewater.
Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, neglect and time have worn away her shiny veneer. The town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like, say, a plague, were to wipe Emerald Vale from the face of the planet.
Okay. You don't like thinking about it. What do you think of the townspeople? I mean, we've been there. I might have actually meant to speak with her before hanging around Edgewater all that time. But I didn't even consider talking to the computer again. What do you think of the townspeople?
You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but instead came to issue my injured captain a parking ticket? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation or a devastating plague.
Okay. Ada's a little bit bloodthirsty. That might be useful. Keep that in mind. How is Edgewater faring since we left it? Not great, presumably.
Since you diverted power to the deserters, the botanical lab is thriving. However, Emerald Vale's cannery shut down, leading to a total collapse of Edgewater's
Well, we've only
population.
left like 20 minutes ago.
Thank you, Captain.
Total collapse of the population. That means people are dying, doesn't it? That's what that means.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
I was taking McDevitt at her word that she would help the townspeople. Maybe I was wrong. Monarch.
Where in Monarch?
Okay, we know of two places, Stellar Bay and Cascadia. Start with Stellar Bay.
Ah, Monarch. The armpit of the Halcyon.
Not a fan. Got it.
Her last functioning port town is Stellar Bay. Well, that is if you don't count Sublight's Smuggler's Port at Fallbrook.
Smuggler, why is Monarch being blockaded?
I believe it has something to do with the planet being an uninhabitable wilderness and a lawless land with no corporate presence. You may wish to survey the residents in Stellar Bay for additional data points.
Smuggler's Port.
It's Sublight run for the purpose of shipping contraband, and before you ask, I don't know the coordinates, so I can't dock us there.
We're gonna find the coordinates, I assume.
Of course.
Somewhere else?
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Monarch again?
Where in Monarch?
Cascadia.
Warning. All colonists are urged to reconsider travel to Cascadia due to infestation of mantisaurs and risk of indefinite detention or death.
I'm looking forward to that infestation of mantisaurs. We are probably gonna have to do that. Mantisaurs were those big... Didn't the church... No, sorry, the community center want a mantisaur on Emerald Vale. Any people live in Cascadia apart from marauders?
There are no people aside from marauders in Cascadia. There is only death.
Okay, that's gonna be a tough one. What's the local report?
The local report is that you will very likely die if you leave Cascadia's landing pad.
Okay, they're building this one out. Sounds dangerous.
This is one of those times where you say one word but really mean another, isn't it? I suppose you would find an environment like this fun.
Maybe. We'll find out, I guess. Alright, I think I've gone through everywhere.
How can I be of assistance?
Alright.
I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
You sleep? What do you mean you sleep? You're the computer. How do you... Okay. Don't wake you, but what if I need to wake you? It might be important to have you conscious. Alright. Let's go read the computer for the ship. Sorry, the computer at the captain's quarters. What Hawthorne said about Sam. So we'll know what we need to get and when. Authorized login sequence recognized. Welcome, Captain. Message for Alex Hawthorne. Ooh. Okay, unread, archived, and sent. Start with the archive messages. From Bedford. To Bedford. Bedford. Why does that name ring a bell? From Bedford unread. That's the most recent. So start with the archive messages first from Bedford. To Udom? Wingman's Wingman Bedford. To Alex Wingman Hawthorne. Okay. Bedford, I swear to God I've heard that name before. I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I am delighted by your sense of humor at the tail of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scraping the Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope for your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. It might be going up. Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard it to guess that it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. He was worried. Or she was worried. I don't know, Udom? I can't gather what origin that is and therefore what it's most related to. They were worried. Okay, hang on, this is out of order. Dear Alex, hello, hello. I hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I am terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear, dreadfully unreliable. Just like your ship. Haha. I hope I've given you some thought into that thing we discussed. You know, about the Wells fellow. I'm sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, it would be marvellous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to seeing you again, Wingman. Udom here was probably looking to get the bounty from Wells. Udom Bedford, when we met when I occasionally... Okay, so I should have gone up. Okay, so, okay, here's what happened. Spoke, didn't respond, then presumably responded. I gotta remember the timeline for this. Okay, this is the first message in the archived. It's a little confusingly laid out. I wish it had been backwards. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance and not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. Lost Hope serves Spectrum vodka. Perhaps we could even try every color. You know, really tie one on. Your new friend, Udom. However that's pronounced. Okay. Start with sent messages. To Bedford, subject, no subject. There's no call from shouting. My terminal was busted. Had a few too many and might have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Lost Hope next time I'm in, and I might forgive you. Wow. Unread from Bedford. Forgot to mention in my previous message. Silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of the Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of steel. It's not exactly board approved, but you don't go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Winky face, winky face. There might have been something going on here. But it might just be close friends. Okay. I think I've read all the messages. Udom definitely knew Hawthorne. They're going to be very surprised to see me rock up. And probably unhappy. Logs. Log entry 1, tilted shrink ray. Okay, shall I read all this? Note to self. Remember this later. No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. And I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Okay. Back to my point. I saw in actuality, with my own two eyes, a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells's lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the grey hair were nice enough to look away and forget about it, maybe, or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test the claim after I lost my temper. Said he was indebted to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumours of a fantastical weapon like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells's shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's any more to the rumours. More to be had. Okay. Last time I got sloshed, I was imbibing on the Last Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, Udom was really free with the drinks, so he seems like an okay fellow. There we go. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two mardots yammering about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony, like none of us had heard that one before. But here's the good part. The mardots said the mad scientist had kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. Strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. Sure fits the bill. Could be another one of those weapons that inspired Wells. Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth and Tartarus and back. Let the record show, I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission, or, you know, breaking expensive equipment, and when he said he wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I use it to wipe out some good, hard-working folks of the colony, like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and I. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I've been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to the others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check in with the black market merchants on Groundbreaker and in the Fullbrook. So I think I'm looking for this hammer thing, or no, I'm looking for the shrink ray, aren't I? Do I want that, really? Okay. Search term SAM. First SAM result. Experimental note, OI695. Do not forget, you have found a discarded sanitation and maintenance SAM. Okay, now I get it. It took me a... sanitation and maintenance automechanical in Emerald Vale's scrap heap during your job. Look, I have to see it in order to get the acronym in my brain, okay? It shouldn't be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Should be fun. Removal of factory part Sud Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat-modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated to now be a solid 3 months. It's not like I have any It's not like I have any pressing matters to attend to. But I do. There we are. I'm giving up hopes on the delivery. The part is lost in transit, and it's not turning up anytime soon. But, good news. I overheard a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper I can filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in the Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pick stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Ooh, so he got all the information, paid, cajoled, and brokered, apparently, for it, and I'm just getting it. Storage facility in Roseway, wherever Roseway is. Whoa. Acquire Phineas's science weapon and acquire the science weapon of the Groundbreaker. There are 2 science weapons available. Okay, I've got... Hang on, revert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For now. And 5 into leadership. I didn't read that. I'm an idiot. I'll read it in the editing suite. I can pause that back in time. It's one of the good things about recording stuff is that I can look back and see all the things I've missed. Let's do this. Precision. Companion crit chance. Oh, hello, Vicar Max. Wow, is the Vicar holding a fucking shotgun? The telescoping stuff, you might look better with that. I wish I could see you holding it. The revolver seems more of a vicarly weapon, frankly, than the shotgun. Mind you, that is a nice shotgun. I didn't know you had quite a powerful one. I guess I'll let you keep that. So you do close up and you do melee. Also, you have a perk. Support hack. Okay, I want to start... I think I'm just going to do the sort of specialist perk that each of the companions have. Like I did with Pavati. Like, I don't know when she gets another level up. But that seems like the first thing you'd do. So, go with that. Dialogue combat effect duration. I don't know what that does. I guess you're unaggressive. Yep, you're good. Trick shot. Okay. Journal. Side quest, 2 companion quests, and I haven't watched anything yet. Probably, I don't know if we're going to be stealing that weapon that Phineas has. Maybe I can acquire. It doesn't say steal, it says acquire. Maybe I can convince him to give it to me. I've got... picked up from Roseway. No idea where Roseway is. Empty Man. So Groundbreaker, Groundbreaker, Groundbreaker. All roads lead to Groundbreaker at present, so it's time to head to that location. Except for one that leads to Roseway, so not all roads lead to Groundbreaker, but most of them tend to do so. Okay. We've got locations. We could head to Monarch, but it's a rather dangerous place. Okay, so we've got Terra 2, that was a planet we've just done. Idyllic terrestrial planet, wealthiest elite live in its capital city, Byzantium. I think Byzantium will be opened up to us at some point. We've got Phineas's lab and the Groundbreaker. There is also Typhon, Hephaestus. Now, I think these might be DLC planets. There's some DLC I don't own yet, because I didn't want to drop all the money on the really expensive one. I just bought the base game, and if I enjoy it, I'll grab the DLC. Anyway, these are colored out in orange, so I've got no idea what that means, actually. There's a few here. Tartarus is locked. Maximum security penal complex. We've got... okay, Olympus and Monarch. Eridanos. Scylla. Typhon. Hephaestus. Tartarus. And one here that's just invisible for some reason. That looks like there's going to be something there. And, of course, the sun. I like this map, by the way. I especially like the sort of way it's depicting the sun as kind of like a mechanical orb, or that might actually be what it looks like. Did we check? Is there any sign of the sun? There might be a Dyson swarm around it. Did we have a thing to go to Phineas's lab first? We can go there. But everything's in Groundbreaker. I have no reason to go to Phineas's lab. Let's head to Groundbreaker. Groundbreaker docking base. Oh, it's just leaving me in here. I would like to have seen that outside. Hello. Is there anything you can tell me about it?
How can I be of assistance?
I haven't, nope. No. Sorry. I hit escape there. I just thought you might say something about it while we were here. Like, sensors picking up anything, or... It looks like a bigger version of my ship, kind of. It certainly looks like it's the same, style.
Can we chat?
Oh, sure. Yeah. What's up?
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Okay. Sure. I thought you said you could keep this boat in good repair.
I abso-surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. Alls I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
Well, this would be a silly thing to say. She just joined mine. It's not like she'd immediately bail. Okay, no, yeah, we can head over to engineering.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Do I have anything else? Okay, just without accidentally kicking her off the fucking ship, break time's over. I'm just gonna get a quick look at this, this boat from my quarters. I want to have a look through my window. Groundbreaker. It suddenly looks like the same, like, design ethos went into this ship that went into Groundbreaker.
Just to warn you, we may have a bedbug infestation. I am investigating non-toxic extermination measures. Non-toxic to you, I mean.
Thank you, Ada. Very thoughtful of you. Check the... I just like having a look around a bit. This looks the same. What is this? That's a dartboard, okay. Alright. Alright, I've done delaying. Let's head to Groundbreaker. Alright. Aha. Select up to 2 companions to accompany you. Do I need to vicar with? Well, sure. Okay, so there are 5 human companions. No, no, 5 human plus 1 robot. So Sam is here somewhere, but that's probably Sam. Bavadi, Vicar Max. Very well, I'll have 2 along. Vicar Max's hacking ability is probably a bit wasted, given that I'm already pretty competent in that regard. Oh, there's me boat. Oh god, no, okay, that's cool. I like having, like, ships on a landing platform like that. I don't know. I'm gonna run over here and steal what's in this bin. Then I'm gonna talk to, Jane Ellison. There's Felix over there as well. I'd be stealing it. Alright, let's not do that then. Just thought if it was available, you know. Ms. Ellison. Elson, sorry.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure.
Of course.
Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
You
Don't
sound
mind the
very
heat.
chipper.
About a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
That's good to know. Your friend here might not be running the ship to absolute tip-top shape, I'm gonna be honest.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
You've been here before?
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Okay, so I can send them back to the ship if I need to. No, I just thought he might have known something about the Groundbreaker that I haven't already learned yet.
Yeah, huh?
Okay. Just checking. Alright, so he might say some dialogue. I think this might be Pavadi's first... No, she went to school somewhere else, so it's not her first trip off-world.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Okay.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. Need a drink.
Can I get involved in this? Hello, Felix.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I noticed you were in the middle of an argument.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I heard you knocked out someone with a tossball stick.
The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, alright?
Oh,
You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it.
damn them.
So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan?
Okay, hitting someone for presumably a tossball team. Bit of an overreaction.
You wouldn't be saying that if you'd been there.
Okay.
The guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
What a nasty individual. And that's when you resolved your differences like an adult. Oh boy.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Oh. You're just lucky you're not serving a sentence.
You know something? I am lucky. I ought to raise a glass of 0G to my fortune, if I had the bits. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock.
Yes.
Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Captain of the Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable.
Yeah.
You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Never caught your name. Well, I got your name. It's Felix. Marcus Ashikaga. Might as well introduce myself.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
Have I just met another companion? That sounded like he's about to join my crew. I don't know. Melee focus, I take it. Okay. I think his interest in my ship, like, immediately tags him as a possible another crew member. Especially considering, well, Steve Dorr. Do you want to join my crew? How many just random strays am I going to pick up? Steve Dorr. Stevador?
Mechanicals all over, but they still got us sweating to move boxes.
Okay, that might be a profession, not a name. I genuinely don't know. Mardet, hello.
Hey. Move along.
Okay, no, you don't want to talk to me. We got a corporate trooper. Okay, so it's a profession. I'm gonna look up what a stevedore is, or how to pronounce it as well, because I look a bit silly not knowing that. I'm presuming it's something along the lines of a dock worker, someone who basically like manages, unloads, and offloads cargo and such from ships. Ooh, we got Phineas V. Wells is wanted alive. Sedition, forgery, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, destruction of broad property.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so riled at him.
Dead or alive. Doesn't give you a price. McCreed. He doesn't seem as pleasant. Captain Gunnar McCred. For several counts of public intoxication, destruction of Groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Contact Commandant Sanita if you have any information concerning McCred's whereabouts. Failure to report a tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill required to collect reward. Am I going to be gathering more fingers? I guess I'd do that for this guy. Borst first. Defeat our foes. Help the chairman and Minister Clark. I saw that in the loading screen. So these are basically... The loading screen are basically like artwork, in-game artwork, which makes sense.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Corporal Leonard Wheeler. Hello, Corporal.
Identification, please.
Okay, I'll present Hawthorne's ID.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Okay.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
I'm not going to take it back like that. How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford.
I got to speak with that guy anyway.
Here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way.
Fair enough.
I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations, If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
This has to be a mistake.
Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. But Udam's an interesting guy. Might be y'all could come to accords if you play your cards right.
I think...
Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long.
Thank you.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Why? But sure, you can... Yeah, okay.
On the door
sure.
over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
You need me to ask her that? Do you guys not have phones or something? Okay. Sure.
Much
I'll just do it.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Looking for someone named Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade.
Oh, you also...
Make sure you bring an empty belly.
What the fuck does that mean? What can you tell me about Bedford? Where can I find a job? Actually, I probably need to know where the tavern is.
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Okay, got it.
You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
Well, so far they've been relatively friendly, even if they've impounded my ship. I think Udam might have twigged that it was Hawthorne's ship and impounded it, because I think Udam wants to cozy up to Hawthorne, but that's not happening anymore. Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Okay, so there'll be probably a lot of, like, traveling the system jobs I'll have to think about. Oh, Christ, there's a lot of, dialogue here. Looking for something more local.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me.
Okay.
Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
And I don't need long-term employment. So, got it.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
He seems... I like this guy.
Real good attitude.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
Oh, Vicar wants out. Maybe I can come back. Alright.
Alright.
I don't want to upset the Vicar. What can you tell me about Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
Okay, why was he cozying up to Hawthorne? Because Hawthorne didn't seem like a pro-board kind of guy, but I guess, you know, you deal with what you got. Tension between Groundbreaker and the board.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony.
But you're not owned by
Other
a
interstellar
corporation.
freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
So it's political, it's not like... Yet your station's in a state of disrepair. You could make the board fix it.
You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it, but what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
Couldn't they do that anytime they like?
Do that? Would they?
They probably would.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
Board runs to us the system, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port.
That's interesting. I
Aside
wonder what
from us, there's
what
just
deal they
tramp
have.
raiders and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
Thanks for the info.
Sure thing.
See you
Nice
around.
seeing you.
Maybe we will be performing some antitrust around here. That might be a good thing for a, you know, I'm not that's you again. You know, breaking up major armada is also a profession. That may be like a Marde, I don't know, maybe like a security officer. Yeah, no, breaking up corporations is good for market forces and freedom and stuff like that. Things I'm okay with. I'm all in favor of antitrust legislation and antitrust rulings. A quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you will be shot on sight. Using a disguise will help prevent immediate hostilities.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Ah. Right. Well, we'll have to think about that, because I'm not quite think I'm ready to use the disguise thing yet, but we will get on that. Could we I'll just put it on the back burner for a bit. I got a lot to do, actually. Should I get on with the main story, or speak to Gladys now? Speak to Bedford? Or do something else. Head into security for Max here. I've got to head to engineering for... I've got plenty to do. And it's a big old ship.